What's up guys, it's Carter from Awkward Styles, and today I have a very special tutorial that many of you have requested. We're going to be doing a full rundown on everything you need to learn and do to set up your Etsy shop for print on demand, connect it with Awkward Styles, and start selling. This video is going to be a bit longer than usual as I'm going to try to be as in-depth as possible, but you can check the timestamps below to find any specific information you might need. So without further ado, strap in and come along this journey down Etsy Road. So, we've decided that we want to start selling print-on-demand products using Awkward Styles. But how do we even go about this? Well, first things first, let's head over to Etsy.com and register our account. If you already have an Etsy account, well, all you need to do is sign in. If not, type in an email, your first name, and a password. Easy as that. You can also register with your Google, Facebook, or Apple accounts. For this example here, I'm going to register with my Google account. And voila! Now that we're in our Etsy account, you'll see a few icons up top, like the notifications bell. Right next to it, we can find all of our account settings. Just click on the icon and scroll down to Sell on Etsy. It's time to start working on our store. You'll arrive on this landing page with all sorts of information on why you should sell on Etsy. But we're already sold, right guys? So let's click on Get Started. Okay, so it's finally time to start setting up our shop. The first step is to set up our basic shop preferences. So here you can set up your shop's language, the country you're based in, and the currency that you want displayed for your products. Now this will depend on your region, of course, but for this example, I'm going to select the United States as our shop country and US dollars for our currency. Moving on, it's time to give our shop a name. If you don't have this quite worked out yet, well, don't stress about it too much yet. You can still change this later in your shop settings. But for now, we've got to name it something, right? So I think Exemplar Example Shop. Perfect, it's available. All right, let's keep going. All right, so for this next step, Etsy is going to ask us to create our first product listing. But remember, we're going to be creating all of our product listings through Awkward Styles. So whatever we put here doesn't really matter, it's mostly just protocol. It's also important to note that for each new listing, Etsy charges 20 cents. But don't let that discourage you, we've still got much more to gain. So let's add an image for our full product. I created this fake mock-up of a t-shirt, which I'm uploading to my listing. We need to add a title, something like Test Item Will Be Deleted. So on the About This Listing section, since we're going to be using a print provider, I'm going to select Made by Another Company or Person. What is it? A finished product, and it's made to order. For category, let's do t-shirts. You can change your renewal options. I'll be going into this later, but let's just select manual since we're going to be deleting this anyway. And I'll add a small description like this listing will soon be deleted. Okay, now this step is very important. Since we're going to be using Awkward Styles for fulfillment and delivery, we need to add them as a production partner. So click on Add a New Production Partner. You'll need to fill out the short form with Awkward Styles information. For production partner, type in Awkward Styles, and we'll need to type in Los Angeles, California for their location. And we'll need to add a small paragraph about our production partner. For example, I wrote, Awkward Styles is a print-on-demand, fulfillment, and drop shipping provider for online retailers. You can use this or something similar to this. And the second part is about your production partner, but this is private, only Etsy will see that, so just fill it out accordingly, however it applies to you. And once we're all done, let's click on Save Partner. Alright, now let's click to select Awkward Styles as our production partner. Each time you create a new listing, you're going to have to be sure to check that box that says Awkward Styles is your production partner. For now, I'm just going to skip over the tags as it's just a faux listing, but tags are really important to help you reach the right audience. And we'll go into that a little more in depth later in this video. I'll just type $1, quantity 1. Alright, now let's set up our shipping information. Let's type in Awkward Styles zip code, which is 90670. And for processing time, we'll select 1 to 3 business days. Once it's all filled out, let's save this profile as Awkward Styles. And we're all set. Let's save and continue on to the next step. Awesome. Now we have our first listing, which we're going to delete anyway, but now we can move on to the next step. Alright, talk about money. Now let's set up how we're going to get paid. Select whether you're an individual or a business, that's up to you. And for this, I'm just going to type in my information and skip over this part. Alright, once it's all filled out, let's save and continue. You might be asked by Etsy to add some form of ID to verify your account, but you can add your driver's license or any ID that you have available. So I'm just going to add something, and let's move on. We'll need to turn on Etsy payments before we continue. This will probably be automatic for you, but if not, just click the button that says Turn on Etsy Payments. Almost there. The next step is to set up our billing. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just type in your credit card info, and let's continue. Last step, now we just need to set up our shop security, and you can do this through an SMS code or by scanning a QR code. Alright, we're rolling, baby. We're all done, and now we have a little preview of our Etsy shop. Now this is really bare bones, looks very simple, but our store is just waiting for it to be personalized. So what we need to do now is head over to our shop manager. So click on the little marketplace icon on the right hand corner and you'll be taken to your shop manager. You'll arrive on your dashboard where you can view the stats of your store and other neat features. It might look a little intimidating if you're new to Etsy, but don't worry, we're going to delve into each tab throughout this video. Since Etsy is all about personalization, the first thing we want to do is set up our profile. Click on your name at the bottom and click on your profile. Once here, you can add a profile picture for your account and add all sorts of personal information about yourself. You can type in your city, your birthday, and all sorts of little trivia and tidbits about yourself, such as your favorite materials to work with. I don't know, make it as personable as you'd like it to be. So anything that you want your customers to know about yourself, you can add right here. The more personable and unique you can make your store, the better, and it will really help your store shine. Now that our profile is set up and we're ready to start adding products, it's time to connect Etsy with Awkward Styles. Head over to Awkward Styles, and if you haven't already, register an account. It's super easy, and you can even do it with your Google account. I recommend that you sign up with the same email that you used for your Etsy account, as you'll be receiving emails from both Etsy and Awkward Styles. Once you're signed in, from the dashboard, click on the Integrations tab. Now click on Connect to Etsy. You'll be taken back to Etsy, where it will tell you that an application wants to connect with your account. All you need to do now is scroll down and click on Allow Access. And there we have it. Our store is now connected with Awkward Styles. As you can see here, you can have several Etsy accounts connected to your Awkward Styles account. So if you run several shops, that won't be an issue. So up to now, we've created an Etsy account, an Awkward Styles account, and we've linked them both together. But we still don't have any real product listings in our store. So the next step is to upload a product template from Awkward Styles to Etsy. If you don't know how to create a product template, then you should definitely check out our tutorial on how to create and upload products to your store using our mockup generator. That being said, I already have a few product templates in my account, so I'm going to click on the product templates page. From here, I'll select a template and click on Upload Product. Now here you can select the main mockup that you want displayed for your product listing, as well as additional mockups. You can select the size chart that you want displayed. It can be either in metric, imperial units, or both. And you can also find a preview video showing the product fit. This will come in handy later, so for now I'm going to download this video. If we scroll down, we can change our product's title. And we can also add a custom description, but I'm just going to use the default description provided by Awkward Styles. And let's add a few tags to our listing. This is really important as it will help potential customers find your product. This right here is a really cool feature. If you click on Create New Shipping Profile, Awkward Styles will automatically create a shipping profile on Etsy, which will allow you to ship your product worldwide. Since this is our first product, we don't have any shipping profiles yet. But if we were to create multiple listings that were all hoodies, we could use the same shipping profile. And finally, we can change the color and size variations, as well as the markup percentage for all of our variations. But I'm just going to leave this as a default 40% markup and save our product. Alright, let's head over to Etsy and check out our new product listing. Alright, now that we're back on Etsy, let's click on the Listings tab. We'll find that our new product listing is now active, but we still haven't deleted that first product listing when we created our store. So let's go ahead and do that. And delete. Alright, now let's edit our new product listing. So we can further customize our listing here on Etsy. We can rearrange the images, readjust them, or add new mockups altogether. And this is the part where that video I downloaded earlier comes in handy. You can add it right here so your customers can see how the product fits. I highly recommend that you add a video if you can, since product listings that have a video always perform better than those that are just simple images. Alright, awesome. Let's change the about info like we did on the first product we made to say it's made by another company or person, it's a finished product, and it's made to order. The category has already been filled out, and the rest is optional, so I'm just going to skip over this. But you can take a look and fill whatever extra information you'd like to add. For our renewal options, I'm going to switch it over to be renewed automatic, but that's up to you to decide. But if you switch over to auto renewal, keep in mind that you're going to be billed every 4 months, 20 cents, which again is not a lot since we've got much more to gain. We'll leave this description as is. Now this is very important. We need to check that box that selects Awkward Styles as our production partner. If you're running a print-on-demand business, this is absolutely required by Etsy, as you're not actually producing the garments yourself. You can also add additional tags and keywords here, but we already have the ones that we added on Awkward Styles. So I'm just going to skip over this part. Again, here we can modify our variations or change the markup percentage. And this is all optional stuff that we don't have to fill out. So let's scroll down and preview our listing. Alright, this listing is looking fresh. For some reason, the video isn't showing up here in the preview, but once I publish it, it does appear, as you'll see in a moment. So this listing is looking good. Let's go ahead and publish. Awesome, our product has been updated, and now we can see how it actually looks in our Etsy shop. Alright, all the mockups look good, the information's correct, our description is there, and as you can see, the video is there as well. Alright, so now that that's settled, we have our first product available in our store. Let's go over the rest of the tabs in our shop manager. First off, we have the dashboard. Here we can track the stats for our store by date, and if we scroll down, we can see the status of our listings. We can also find any recent activity here, but since this is a new shop, we don't have any activity yet. Next up, we have the Listings tab. As you can see, I added a couple more listings here, and all 3 of my listings appear to be active. Next, we have our messages. Now, when talking about Etsy, customer satisfaction is key, so I recommend that you turn on all your notifications to know whenever you get a message from one of your customers, as you're going to want to reply as soon as possible. The Orders and Shipping tab, now that's pretty self-explanatory. You'll be able to follow all of that info right here. I don't have any orders yet, but if I did, it would all show up right here. The Star Seller tab. If your shop starts to get some traction, you might earn a badge. You can do this by doing simple things like responding fast to your messages, provide the shipping and tracking for your orders in a timely fashion, or even just reaching a minimum of orders and sales. If you scroll down on this tab, you'll find some more tips from Etsy to become a star seller. Moving on, we have the Stats tab. Now this is a more detailed version of the stats that you can find on your dashboard. You can check your stats in a custom time range. Now this right here is really cool. You can check where it is that you're getting traffic from, whether it be directly in the Etsy app, through searches on Etsy, offsite ads. You can track all of this right here. In the next tab, we have Finances. Here you can check your account payments, your monthly statements, your payment settings, legal and tax information, all of that good stuff. Marketing. In this tab, we can find Etsy ads, which I'll touch on a bit later in this video, sales and discounts, you can connect your social media pages, and you can set up a custom web address. Next, we have the Integrations tab. This is different from when we integrated Awkward Styles with Etsy. The integrations on Etsy are more like tools or apps that will help you manage your store. In Community Help, you can find any extra information you need through forums or through Etsy guides. And finally, our shop settings. There are a lot of things that we can change here, starting with the info and appearance of our store. Here you can set up a shop title, which will show up at the top of your store, right under the banner if you've set up your banner already. You can add a store icon and set up messages to buyers to make the shopping experience more personalized. And like I said earlier, if you haven't worked out your shop name yet, well, you can change that right here. In settings, you can also change the about info of your shop. You can add a little bio here to let your customers know you better, or maybe the story about how you started your shop. In your settings, you'll also find your store options, policy settings, but now let's go into shipping settings. Right here is where we can manage our shipping profiles. This one right here is the one that we created at the beginning of this video. But these two up top were automatically created by Awkward Styles when we made our listings, making things easier for us. So if I were to upload another crop hoodie, I could just use the shipping profile right here. I also created another listing selling beach shorts. So if I were to upload any more shorts to my store, I could use this profile as well. Next on the list, we'll find production partners. We added our production partner when we created our first listing when we were creating our store, but if you skipped over that, you can also add your production partner right here. You just need to fill out the short form with this information. And finally, you can find information on the offsite ads that Etsy offers. You can change the language and translations for your store, and set up Facebook shops, which we'll get into a little bit later. Alright, now here are a few tips and tricks that can help you boost your listings and produce better results in your new Etsy shop. Aside from knowing your product, you must figure out your niche and research about it. Now for that, you're going to have to get creative. But if you need design and brand inspirations, you can always check out TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest boards, and Instagram shops that suit your niche, or visit online forums like Reddit. And if you really want to level up your research game, you can check out research apps like Allura or eRank. Number 2, using the correct titles, tags, and keywords will really help amplify your product's presence. So it's important to do some research on this. You can check out your competitors, see what kind of tags they're using, or try to come up with your own that target your specific audience. The third tip, like in any relationship, the best way to establish a connection is to show transparency and communicate effectively. So try giving the best customer service right away from the first interaction. This is especially important for Etsy as all the reviews that come in for your shop are global. Meaning that if you get a 1-star review on one of your listings, it's going to affect the rating of your store and it will show up in all of your listings. And number 4, if you're just starting out, you can try using Etsy ads to boost your sales. Which leads into our next segment where I'm going to show you how to set that up. Etsy ad campaigns allow you to set your daily budget for your ads and select which products you want to advertise. To find Etsy ads, click on the Marketing tab and select Etsy ads. Just click on Get Started, and it's going to ask you for your goals to help improve the results for your shop. Now let's go ahead and set our budget. Now this is going to be your daily budget, so I wouldn't set anything too high to begin with. So I'll set my daily budget for $5 and we'll see how we do. So once you activate Etsy ads, you can expect your listing to appear throughout the website, including the category pages, Etsy search, and market pages. We can also easily manage and change which listings we want our ads to work on. In this page, you'll get detailed statistical reports, which will help you gauge your ad's performance. These statistics include views, clicks, click rate, revenue, etc. And they're separated by product, so it will help you determine which listings are doing better than others. If you go back, you can click on Manage Your Budget. This will allow you to change your daily budget at any time. The minimum is $1 and you can go all the way up to $25. Okay, we've set up Etsy ads for our shop. Now let's move along and try Facebook Shops. This is a really cool feature that you can use to promote your store and build an audience, which is, of course, one of the most important steps when getting started with POD. Basically, what you're going to do is create a Facebook and Instagram shop. We're going to connect it with Etsy, and people will be able to shop directly from Facebook or Instagram to your Etsy store. This is super easy to connect. All you need is a domain verification code, which you can get from Facebook or Instagram. Now here's a little extra tip if you really want your product listings to shine. You can glam them up a little bit with some unique mockups. There are a few websites that will let you do this, but for this example, and since I already have an account, I'm going to be using Placeit. So head over to placeit.net and I'll show you the ropes. As you can see, there are a few tabs up above that let you filter what it is you're looking for. For example, we can select mockups, apparel, and then search for t-shirt mockups. Here we'll be able to find hundreds of custom mockups, which will really help your product listing stand out. We can use the search bar to find something specific, like video mockups for hoodies. We can add our own logos or designs to these videos, but keep in mind that the movement can be rather limited, as computer-generated animation has its limits. Still though, this is a pretty cool feature to spice up your listings. Alright, with this, your Etsy shop will now be able to take on new customers and start earning some extra income. I hope I was able to address all of the questions that you might have had while getting started. But if there's something that I might have forgot, please let me know in the comments below and I'll try to address it in a new video. And if you actually made it up to here, I just want to give you a big thanks. It means a lot. Stay cool, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more useful tips and guides to get you started selling with awkward styles. Is there something we haven't covered yet? Let us know in the comments. See you next time.